Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this super pretty flower type bow, and I've done it on a little clippy, as you can see, and this one is 3 layers and it's 5 pieces each, so 15 pieces of ribbon in total, and your bottom layer is 5 times 11 centimeters, the middle is 5 times 10 centimeters, and the top is 5 times 9 centimeters. So obviously you do 5 each layer, and then we just adjust the lay pattern to get them to look all really pretty like this. And I've got this little blinged out sort of mirror creamed half pearl type embellishment here, and 2 felt circles to attach everything together. And just for the sake of time, I've already got my bottom and middle layers made up, because otherwise you'll be watching me for far too long. So move those out of the way over there, and I've got these clips, guide clips in place, just to help you keep your ribbon all organised. Okay, so you take your pieces, you want to fold in half like so, fold down one side, fold down the other, and you want to make sure that these edges are still lining up like so. And this is what your front will look like, and this is what the back looks like. Okay, then what we do with the triangle facing this way, you want to fold in, with these bits this side, you want to fold in so that that side's in half and these are still lined up like so. And then this is when I start using the clip. Just hold that in place, and then you do the opposite side so that these all line up. Then I take this, use that like so, and then you flip it, and what you want is you want that point to line up with these. I'll just show you. So line it up like so, and then I clip it here, and this is what the front will look like. As you can see, it's like a heart shape almost, and this is what the back looks like with the 2 separate pieces here like this, and we repeat times 5 for all 3 of your layers. Okay, so fold in half, triangle down, turn it round, fold in so your edges meet. Like I said, use that clip a second as a second pair of hands. Fold this side in, make sure all of these are all still lined up. Move that clip across, and then bring this tip to the edges here so that this point is all in alignment. Okay, and then you can clip, and that's your second piece. And again, we're going to just do the other 3. Down, down, and what I do is I will sit here and make all 15 pieces up like this and clip them, so I can cinch them all and sew everything together all in one go rather than doing it bit by bit. But you can do however you want, and just so you know, I have heat sealed both ends of all my ribbon. Again, with it being 15 pieces, it's a bit much to show you on camera. Okay, fold that tip, and clip. Okay, fold in half. I've been terribly nerdy today and I've just spent the whole day while working on my tutorial plans watching season 6 of Glee, which I don't think I ever watched before, which is a shame because some of that cast was actually really good singers and better than some of the original, I think. But that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, that's what I've been doing all day while making bows, watching Glee. And yesterday it was How I Met Your Mother and Your Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Okay, so clip, bring that to point to line that up. And re-clip everything. Last one. Turn it round. Like I said, you can still see they're all lined up. Clip. Forward your other side in. Move your clip. And fold to meet up with the edges. And re-clip everything in place. And then, like I said, you've got 5 identical little petal pieces and you can do any colours whatsoever. The only thing I will say is on this ribbon, I'll show you a piece. It's this one, and this is a pattern ribbon with no backing. So obviously on solid colours you've got the colour all over. When I did this version, just show you. This is obviously the shorter one, but as you can see, we won't see all this bit when it was in the centre, but obviously if it was a top layer you'd see this like unpatterned bit of the ribbon, and I don't think that always looks tidy. So if you're going to do that with that, like I said, hide it on the bottom layer or put it in the centre where we're not going to see the sort of this side of the ribbon. Or like I said, what you do on these, you can double layer them and have a corresponding colour. So you could get your navy or your royal blue out and have that underneath and sort of heat seal them together and then fold it exactly the same way. It'd just be a little bit thicker to go through. So that's just a tip, just in case you wanted to know. And then I'm going to sew all of mine, and this is the stitch pattern you do. And I always keep my clip in place until I put my stitches in, because that way if anything slips I've still got it halfway pinned. So like I said, make sure everything's lined up, make sure you triangle, so you've got one half going over this side, one half over that. You want to go in from this side with your heart shape facing up, in, and on this one we want to be going from above, we want to be going through those 2 layers, and we also want to be going through both sides of this triangle, and then on this side we want to be going through both parts of this triangle, through those 2 layers there, and then up through there. And again, we repeat for all 5 petals. In, up, over your triangles, through your ribbon, out your other side. And again, in, up, over your triangle, through your ribbon, all layers. As you can see, that one's gone a little bit out, so move that back in place before you stitch through. get all 4 pieces and up. Okay, last 2, and then I'll show you how to cinch, because I find that the easiest way to do these types of flowers. Okay, in, up through my layers, up through my triangle, over the other side, through all my layers, up through that point, and very last one, in, line it all up, and you want to stay close to the tips as well, so you've not got your stitches halfway down. You don't want them down here. There we go. Now, as you can see here, I've left a little bit of a tail on my double thread, and the reason to do this is the bit that you cinch with. Okay, so the other good thing about keeping the clips, it keeps them all the right way up naturally. There you go. So you can take them all off and pull this a little bit longer, and then basically all you do is, like I said, under, super tight like this, and then knot off a good couple of times. And this is the other reason why I use extra strength Gutmann thread, because I know A, I can tie this super tight, and B, unlike cotton thread, it's not going to snap. As you can see, I'm really putting some force behind that. There we go. And then what I do is move that to the back, make sure I'm completely out of the way of my petals, and then you cut that excess thread off. And as you can see, I will just show you, this is what the back of all your flowers look like, and this is the lovely shape that all of your front of your flowers will take. I'll just show you, slightly bigger black version, there you go, and back of the slightly bigger white one, there we go. So 1, 2, 3, like I said, you could do 2 layers, you could do 4, just keep going a centimetre down or a centimetre up, and you can play around entirely. And like I said, depending on what size you want as well, I wouldn't go more than sort of 15 centimetres, well, I'd sort of go no more than 13 centimetres length, and I won't go shorter than sort of maybe 8 or 7 centimetres on your smallest ones if you wanted to play around, just because it makes them much more fiddlier the smaller you go down the sort of scale. So I've got my felt circle, I'm just going to attach that to the back of this one, the bottom base layer. There we go, just add some glue to that. I've had my glue gun on too long today, that's why my glue's gone a little bit. And there you go. And then we're going to put a dot of glue here. And with us basically making sure these glues centres are holding together on my multi-gun, I always move this up to 100 because I feel like 100 heat glue works better than the 60. Like I said, it feels more secure to me, so just so you've got that extra tip if you ever wanted to know, if you've got your multi. I leave it on 60 when I'm not using my gun, so say if I'm in the middle of making this and I want my glue gun ready, I'll put it down to 60 for a little while so it's not overheating and like melting my glue too much, if that makes sense. What I do with these, obviously this petal's here, what you want to do is have these 2 leaves this side, so your petal's there, lined up like this, so they're sort of slightly off from the original petal, like so. and what I do is push that down against that glue nice and firmly, and like I said, I like to hold it for a minute or so just to make sure it sets, and again repeat it the next one. And glue your centre, don't go too far out. I like to stay, these have natural dips in the points, it has like a natural centre here. I tend to keep my glue there, and again I'm going to line the petals up so the petals are spreading here, so I'm going to make sure that one is over like so, and that just gives them a really nice shape and shows the layers nicely. Okay, and again just hold that down for a second. And the other thing I'm going to do with my gem is, obviously you've seen me before, I use B7000 or E6000, and because this is bling and I can't be bothered to get my little bit of felt out, this is the other trick I use to keep these secure. So you use this or the E6000, put that on the, take a second. I like this one because it doesn't come out as fast, but you do have to give it a little bit of a squeeze. So put that on my fabric, and what I also do is I take this and I also put some, just move that one that way, on my centre like that. Just gonna put this stupid thing. Sorry, just put the lid back on. So that's in the centre of my bling. On the back, around the edges of that glue, I'm going to do my hot glue round it, so the B7000 in the centre. Then work out your placement and hold that down. Now what the hot glue does, that tacks it to the centre, while the E6000 and the B7000, they take 24 hours to set 100%, but once they're set they don't move. But like I said, it takes that hot glue to hold them while they're setting. So like I said, always think about that when you're making, and like I said, if you need to, you've got the time constraint, so you've got that 24 hours to make sure it's ready to go. And there you go, there's your super cute blooming flower. And like I said, that's all settled now. So where did I just put my, you know when you have something in front of you and then it vanishes magically? That's what happens to me every single day. So I've got my alligator clip, and this one is 45, and I've made sure that I won't be able to see it underneath my flower, like so. You take your other felt circle and I fold it in half, and you want to cut 2 little slots about the same width as your alligator clip, like so. Move it to the centre, and what I like to do is put a touch of glue there on my clip. That's my glue gun falling over. I am extremely clumsy. You can see where I was in the wars yesterday, there and there. And I've got another one up here. My hands are always absolutely battered. Okay. Put some glue on your felt circle, and then align that up with the original one and give that a good press down, like so. And there you go, a super cute blooming flower bow. Like I said, you can do it all in one solid colour. These look really pretty with the silver edge ribbon, but I didn't have enough to make the whole 3 layers, and I really wanted to show you the 3-layer version. Like I said, they look really pretty with like some more classic pattern ribbon. So like if you've got like flowers or like a cute like traditional looking print or a lacy edge print, those kind of ones look absolutely stunning in this kind of style. So have a play around, make your own versions, and if you need any more help or advice, like I said, I've got the links to the Facebook group and the page below. I'm always about answering questions and anything else you want to know. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye!